Welcome to another episode of video on my Arduino Mega2560, which is connected to a breadboard with electronics and some fischertechnik, and also to an Arduino Uno, which is currently not powered up, doing nothing. What I did last time was some trying on getting two motors to work. This one and this one. This one is connected to some other stuff. More precisely to Uno. But it doesn't work now. And what I discovered last time was a big wiring error right here. And it has been there for a long time. The problem now is that the problem is that the motors don't work. So these two don't work and these two don't work. And what I ended with last time was that the serial monitor didn't show anything. Well, that problem has been solved. It was on the wrong baud rate, and then you don't see anything, at least not in the way you want it. So what's up next? Of course, getting the motors back to work, because how they should function is that pulse modulation from the board to the electronics, activating two motors, and then these two motors having an axle, and then activating a switch like this one and one here, causing to hold the motors for a short moment, and then they go on again. And that hasn't happened for quite a bit, so I have started or restarted actually programming the 2560, focusing just on pulse modulation and electronics, and see how it works again. Does it work at the moment? No. So there's some work to do. Checking wiring. And like I said last time, I had to fix this one. Also, I found out that one wire that was here actually should have been there. So why I made those mistakes, well, I am many episodes further, so I can't recall that. Anyway, that's the situation right now, and the focus is on getting the motors back to work. So let's start doing that. Alright, so with the baud rate fixed, I can see something, which literally is something because it is going way too fast. Another thing with look at this schematics or board. There was a problem last time. 7 versus A7. Well, that I fixed now, because I found out that the wire that was fixed to 7 was this one, straight to the transistor, and input coming to the pot meter A7. So that has been fixed. Will it work now? Well, that's another question. First I should add a delay of, well, let's say 1 second. to make it pulse a bit. So here everything has been set. That's good. So let's do it. And then once again, see, that looks better. So put meter value of about 145, one other is 0, output motor is 54 and another one is 2. So that makes kind of sense. Which comes from where? A7 input. So A7 is absolutely 0. And that one comes from right here. So now it's time to really hook up the oscilloscope. And that goes best this way. And then of course I need to check for the correct thing to measure, which is this. Changing the time base to milliseconds. Then I need yet another probe for the other one. Which is which, by the way, because this is the second one. This is voltmeter 2 and this is voltmeter 1, so I actually need to put this probe on here to keep things very correct. So this one should actually go here. Alright, which shows 0. And the second probe goes naturally here. That is seemingly no good. Okay. So why are things okay? Now things are going, but question is, where's my pulse? This is a strange thing. Where has my pulse gone? Alright, so assuming that everything is alright. Oh, everything has gone to 0. That's no good. Okay. Yeah, right. No wonder there's no pulse. Let's take the screwdriver I use, the torque screwdriver actually. And see if I can change something. So this is 1. No, this is 2. Okay, that's not promising. And this is not promising either. So, last time I also had to do something like this to have something happen, to make something happen. So what's wrong with it? And it may be a wire, and this is very tight even, with all the wires running right next to it. So let's change that a little bit and see if I can change that, because how does it look like? What does it look like? Let's take it out for a moment. Okay, that's a straight line. So I should change the wire here a bit so I get more space. I think that is a wise idea. And then things suddenly got working, but I first relayed this wire so I could move this one, this voltmeter, a little bit in that direction. Then I still had nothing. So what causes everything to work again? Something I noticed in the very last second. This wire. It is red for a reason. Because it gives the power to the whole breadboard from the Arduino. Without this wire, nothing works. And this wire was half out. Pushing back in, and not only I get all values, even better, this motor is working. On the negative side, this motor, not yet. And this LED, which is in the transistor circuit, this transistor circuit for this motor, is burning, so that's not the issue. Anyway, one wire solves quite a bit of problems. Next, why doesn't this motor work? Let's find that out. And in the meantime, I see that there are some wires totally out. So that may also explain why it's not working, or am I wrong with that? No, because this is controlling the motor. Then the orange is reading here. So, and here's another wire that is out. So that is some serious wiring issue. I need to untangle some wires. This one to start with. I think this is, yeah, this is signal from, and I am talking about right here. So this one is signal, and now I have to look here. Which wire it has to go to. I'm talking about this one, and I'm talking about, no, I'm talking about this one. And this one, oh, see, this one goes to 12, and this one goes to 9. So, which one is not occupied? 12 is not occupied. So this one goes to 12. And then another wire which belongs to what? Which belongs to a circuit I'm not quite sure of. Oh, resistor. And then way to another LED, which should then go to probably 11, looks like it. So this one will go to 11, and so I was talking again while plugging in. So one wire went to 12, this wire went to 12, and this wire went to 11. So now everything is wired up again, but everything has gone again. Now this wire plugging in entirely, and that motor works again, and yet the other motor doesn't. So despite the rewiring, I'm not one step further. Oh wait, that's because this one has gone out again. And I'm talking about wiring here, this one. They are thick wires, not easy to handle, and they come out easy out of the breadboard. So that is fixed. Still, why doesn't this motor work? I have all values back again. This one is coming out of the transistor. Ah, that is the culprit. This wire to the motor is gone, so that needs a fix. Let's see if I can fix that just now. No. Taking out the connector and fixing it just like that. Alright. Putting it back and pulling a wire immediately. Yeah, where's the other one going? So one in the plus and one from the transistor, so this one should be in the plus. And then once again nothing happens. I need to be careful with all the wires. So now everything is wired up again. And this is a better view, way better. One other thing is of course that the pulse width modulation is not really visible it's just a big one, and that is logical because it is only the potmeters that are wired. So I need to wire the motors. Let's do that. Adding 2 more probes. And 1 wire should be then right here. The other wire should be right there somewhere. But it has no resistor here behind it, so I can't put that unless I put a resistor. So let's fix that. Easy wiring. So pulling 1, adding a resistor and putting 1 wire back. Kind of. Using a pliers goes better. Alright. And now adding a probe. Looks better. Question is it? Oh look, this looks way better. Now you see some pulse width modulation. And question is, of course, if I see on both transistor circuits nice pulse width modulation, why is this motor not working? Oh, and by the way, the other one has stopped as well by now. And you hear the motor whining. So let's see if you see the pulse width changing. Not just with this one, but it should be better with this one as well. Ooh, this one is with the other circuit. So once again, let me put it this way, turning this potmeter drives this motor. So this one should be the other way. Not doing anything. Okay, several steps forward, but then again. And I have to add a resistor to the circuit. So, it was transistor circuit for which one? That was actually the one going to A7. Going to this one, so yeah, this one needs an additional resistor. So let's take one from, well, this one, because this one has a number as well. They are just adding up. Alright. Let's put it like this. And alright, now it's wired, although not perfectly because I need to change the value. Not very nicely done, could be much better. But anyway, this is the present situation. But still, apart from that, I have nice values on the pot meters, but I have a nice signal on the motors. But why doesn't it work? One goes to, one really goes to the pot meter, no, to the transistor, which is this one, and the other one goes straight to power, which is this one. And it doesn't even say any whining that it runs. So I might have to test the motor, but I doubt it is broken. Oh, and something else which I just noticed, the power has gone from this transistor, so that means that there is nothing coming through. Transistor position again. So let's do another try on, oh wait, this one influences this one, not the other way around, or so it. Does it work like that? Something I start to wonder, because if I turn this one, there's a big oops. See? Something is not quite right. This one seems to influence both, and this one seems to influence none. And that is not the wiring now. Although I start to doubt that. The time is running out once again. So this is connected. This has been connected all along, so no doubt about that one. System froze temporarily. Alright, something is not quite nice. Anyway, time to okay, so right at the end of the last screencast segment, things went wrong. Turned out to be a camera issue, microphone issue, and I had to reboot the complete computer, laptop. Anyway, all fixed now. So what can I say? Well, fixing wires, inserting, adding another resistor, rewiring a pot meter right here, catching some nice signals and finding out that this pot meter actually doesn't do its job, at least not as well as I suppose, or no, this one does, this one does not. Adjusting the electronic schematics, and that's it. Some things don't work, some things do. And also one infamous red wire that had to be redone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, like it, And leave a comment or suggestion if you like, much appreciated. You can also follow me on Instagram, please like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Twitter, please retweet, like and leave a comment or suggestion. You can support me, support the blog by making a small donation, very much appreciated. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned on my website or on the website as well as this video, depending on the pledge you make. Voluntarily, but much appreciated. For now, thanks for watching, and this is to be continued. Bye bye.